Hello everyone. Today I'm going to read this short story, Money, by Muppala Ranganayakamma. Let us start reading this short story. A crore? A crore. What's a crore? Money, cash, rupees. 1 crore rupees. Dowry. That highly educated man asked for a dowry. 1 crore as dowry. Isn't that a surprise? It is. What's wrong in asking for a large dowry when there are people to give in? Why one? You may demand 2 crores, 4 crores, 100 crores. Where's the end of greed? Do numbers have any end? What is surprising about demanding when there are people to give? It's no surprise. Then, what's so surprising? That the prospective father in law agreed to give a substantial dowry. That's a surprise. Even 1 crore as dowry is not a surprise anymore. That's another surprise. Is even that a surprise? Surprise! How rich he would have been to give away 1 crore of rupees in dowry. That dowry donor would have been worth tens of crores or hundreds of crores. So, to part with 1 crore as a dowry is not a big deal. Even that is not a surprise. Then, what is the real surprise? That young woman's attitude really surprises me. Like him, she is also educated. Surprisingly, he has agreed to live with her only if money is given as dowry. Even a well educated man asked for a dowry. Even a well educated woman has agreed to give a dowry. If we set aside his and her education, he and she will still exist. He is a man, she is a woman. Men ask for dowry and gifts, women give them. Even here, the naked truth remains. It's a surprise that education has no value apart from the mere weight of books. Should I take a dowry or a share in my prospective father in law's property? The would be son in law consulted the elders. Take whichever is more, quipped the intelligent ones. Isn't it? Mama, what's more? The son in law asked. Mama answered, a share in the property would be 10 rupees more. But, yeah, but what, Mama? Dowry is a tradition. Should I forsake 10 rupees for the sake of tradition? One clever gentleman sensed the impending danger and warned, if it is a share in the property, your wife would inherit the property, whereas the dowry will be only yours. When the wife is mine, will not her property be mine? Was the son in law's clever remark. We can't say times have changed. Really, have the times changed so much that my wife may be under my control, but a property may not be mine? Your wife too may not be under your control. Oh, is that so? Then what do I do? Asked the son in law in dismay. Accept the dowry, even it's 10 rupees less. Asking for a share in property may not be an intelligent thought for a man. The son in law liked this idea, but how could he afford to lose 10 rupees. That was his problem. He weighed and considered the problem and decided to use his own intellect. He declared, I will not give up even those 10 rupees. What will you do? How will you handle it? Asked a clever gentleman. Wait and see, Mama. You better add 10 extra and give me a crore and 10 rupees. Or else? Or else, asked the Mama. Look out for another match. Oh no, don't disgrace me in public, entreated the Mama and agreed to all his conditions. The alliance was then fixed. My dear son in law, to see money in hard cash is my pleasure. It would be a bliss to see a mound of coins worth a crore. Have you ever seen that? No, Mama, never. But why did you say a crore? It is a crore and 10 rupees. You better stick to your word. Take my word for it. If I deposit the cash in a bank and give you a simple check, it will not have the satisfaction of giving it, nor will you have the pleasure of receiving it. So I'll give away the money in cash. Take it. Okay, that will save me from paying income tax. That's the benefit. You need to be aware of profit and loss at every step. I had this hobby of collecting 10 paise coins and preserved them in gunny bags of money. I placed them in a large shed and locked it. You must see it to believe it. Why did you mention a crore of 10 paise coins? What about another 10? Will you show me the bags of coin, Mama? It would be a feast to my eyes. All those bags are yours, your dowry. So many bags. Have they been counted properly? Yes, my workers counted and packed those bags. Workers? They would have pilfered half of it. We can't trust them. They don't know how to count. Right? It's all right. I'll give you an extra bag of coins. They will be weighed in front of you. No, weighing machines can't be trusted. I'll count them myself. Shall I begin now? Will I finish it in 2 days? What? Will you count them? Not now. You can count them after the wedding. But what if I get less money than assured? I'll give you twice the difference. Is that fine? Fine. Give me the key to the shed immediately. It's with my daughter. Oh no, she might lose it during the wedding. Give me the key right now. All right, whatever you wish. Here's the key to the shed that contains a crore of rupees. Careful. Did you say a crore? Isn't it a crore and 10? Just as you said, a crore and 10. One extra bag, too. Immediately after the wedding ceremony, the bridegroom, in his fine wedding clothes, got up from the wooden plank and rushed towards the shed. He started counting the money. From that moment, he lived in the world of coins, and the real world disappeared from his sight. Sunrises, moonrises, full moons, new moons, seasons, years, and all of nature vanished in the lustre of coins. The wheel of time moved on. As he counted the last sack of coins, 24 years had passed by. He shivered with rage and shouted, 40 paise less. What a fraud! He promised me an extra bag. This is betrayal. I will teach him a lesson. I will make him touch my feet to apologize. He jumped from his seat and turned around. Two women stood there, watched him in wonder. The elder woman appeared over 45, and the young woman resembled her mother. The machinery bridegroom looked at the older woman mutely and tried to remember her. I, marriage, you? Isn't that you? Yes. Then I refuse to live with you. Is it? Why? Call your father. How can he cheat me? I will cover even the interest on the sum. How did he cheat you? My dowry is less by 40 paise. What else? It may be an error in counting. No, the workers must have pilfered that amount. No, if they wanted to, they would have grabbed more. It's an error in calculation. Who will bear the mistake? Call that father of yours. Ask him to hurry up. It's 5 years since he died. Died? Without informing me. Who will pay me the rest? Many things have happened without your knowledge. You immersed yourself in calculation the moment we got married. I came to meet you often in the next 2 years, but you would be engrossed in counting. Whenever I tried to speak with you, you would shout at me in anger. Go away, and you would lose count. Sometimes, when you lost count, you would rush to the first bag to start all over again. I realized my mistake soon enough. I lost interest in you and felt that death was better than living with you. Fortunately, a noble man came into my life. When I expressed my desire to marry him, my father was reluctant, but later agreed. We got married without dowry. On that day, I came here to inform you, but seeing me at a distance, you shouted, "Don't come, don't come, I might lose count." I gave birth to a baby girl after 2 years. When I came here to communicate it to you, you lost patience and gesticulated frantically to go away. So I decided to wait till you finished your count. 24 years have elapsed. 24 years? Yes, 24 years. One third of a man's life. Most of the elders who blessed us on our wedding day have passed away. 5 governments have changed in our state. My daughter has completed her graduation. My parents suffered a loss in business and lost their property. My father died of grief. My husband and I lived happily together as we never showed any interest in property. Both of us are employed and depend on our income. If my life did not turn this way, I would be in darkness even today. I would have merely thought of giving this money as dowry to my daughter. But today, I hate to hear that word, dowry. Dowry is as deadly as sati, imprisonment, and suicide. I told her about her story. She came here in order to have a glimpse of the old specimen who has been counting money for 24 years. If my father had not given this money, if no one had given you a dowry, you would have led a normal life. You still do not seem to realize what you have lost in your life on account of money. I have waited for years to make you understand and say these words. I wanted to help you, and pull you out of this adversity. But your focus remained only on the calculation of money. Now that you have finished counting, I am happy that I let you know my mind. Huh, happy? Who is happy? 40 paise less. Your father promised me to pay double the difference. All lies. Who will give me 80 for 80 paise? Both the women turned to leave the place. Stubborn idiot, said the daughter. Half the fault is mine. I can't understand how I agreed to live with this man who demanded money to live with me. I was happy that my parents gave a large dowry for my sake, but could not think beyond that in ignorance. You have realized your fault, haven't you? Even he should realize it. But why would he? He did not give, but received the dowry. That's why he has been punished for his wrong deed. He has lost a lifetime. As Dad said, the problem lies in the accumulation of wealth. Mother, how did Grandpa hoard so much wealth? You said that one should refuse to live with a man who demands dowry, but one should refuse to live with a man who has property. Dad is right when he said that the entire problem revolves around property. What is the connection between property and dowry? The connection is quite clear. If parents have some property, daughters must get a share of it, but they do not give a share to daughters. Unfortunately, the reason for this is a different matter. Instead, they discriminate against daughters and give a little money in the name of dowry. The problem of dowry implies an unjust division of property and nothing else. What if the parents do not have property? Let's discuss that later. When parents have property and divide that among their sons and daughters equally, the dowry issue does not come up. Even if they have property, they give it in the form of dowry to their daughters. And so it has become a custom. Those who do not have property follow the same custom. Dowry has now become a practice, a tradition. If daughters continue to be mindless like me, many such traditions will develop. Mother, it won't make a difference even if daughters have minds of their own. Who bothers about a daughter's identity? If parents stop giving dowry for the daughters, then calculations regarding their property will begin. Today, marriages are being arranged on the basis of property. If dowry is abolished, dowry transactions would turn into property transactions. Girl who hold property will be able to get married. No property, no marriage. Therefore, the dowry problem is in reality a property problem. The mother agreed with the daughter. What else can you expect in lives of greedy people except an obsession with calculation of property? If not 10 paise coins, they count 10 rupee notes or 100 rupee notes. If they don't spend 24 years, they will spend 24 hours counting their money. That is the only difference. The mania for money cannot buy love and happy. The mania for money cannot buy love and happiness. It cannot heal ruptured relationships or build meaning into a life. Mother, I cannot think of loving a man or property and not just a man who demands dowry. The mother looked at her daughter and smiled. With this, we come to the end of this um lesson. In the next session, I will be discussing this lesson with you, summarizing, and also telling you something about the author. Thank you.